partnering with AUC and as well as the Ministry of Health. And this is a continuation project that we started with AUC and the Ministry of Health in 2017. And this is an ongoing project that we're doing, and it is a free breast and health screening for women. We're looking for women ages 18 and over across St. Martin, and we're asking you to register for the screening session of February 15th by February 12th. And during this free breast and health screening, you will be checked for blood sugar, your cholesterol, your waist circumference, your blood pressure, your height, your weight, your BMI, and your vision. It is a project that was started back in 2017, and it is conducted by the AUC medical students. The breast self-examination is being performed by a board-certified AUC physician, Dr. Shabanya, and AUC is conducting these screenings with support of the Positive Foundation, as I said earlier, and the Ministry of Health to help St. Martin's population understand the risk factors associated with breast abnormalities and breast cancer. During the session that will be held on February 15th and 22nd, there are also 2 other sessions planned later on in the year, in March and April. But we want to remind people to register for the session. That way we can schedule your appointment throughout the day on the 15th. But during the session, you will be getting a free screening opportunity. And also, participants will be educated on what are the signs and symptoms of breast cancer, what can be done to decrease the risk, and how the risk is evaluated, as well as how to calculate your own risk. So we know that there is no sure way to prevent breast cancer, but it is our hope that through education and the results from this research project, that our women will be empowered by knowledge resulting from early detection and treatment.
This free screening, which is set for February 15th and 22nd, Shelley, where exactly will that be conducted and what of time?
Okay, the screening session is going to be held at the Vineyard Office Park Building, number 3 in Phillipsburg. And those who have not participated in past AUC breast screenings are welcome to participate. There is a registration that you need to call to make an appointment, and the WhatsApp number is 1-317-640-1721 to register.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEB.
About the carnival that got us traveling all over the world, searching for that one special feeling. Tell me now. So tell me what it is about the carnival that have the people getting on like animals. I see the people jumping and waving, people from around the world anticipating. We carnival is the place for you and me, and everybody jumping up in unity.
My question is for the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, I've noted with interest the comments or rants by a senior civil servant in the Ministry of VSR who took the time out to criticize the ministry on social media. We'd like to know what the consequences of such behavior are, what the LMR speaks to the cases such as these, although we are aware that there is freedom of speech.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop, for that question, as well as for your well wishes. On behalf of the council, I would say thank you. As it pertains to civil servants and their freedom of speech, I believe if you are mentioning the recent statements made or video made, live feeds made during private time, I believe that was addressed by the particular minister. As Minister of General Affairs, I have asked also what are the rights and responsibilities of a civil servant as it pertains to information. I can tell you that I have not received that information as yet in terms of what the LMA allows civil servants to disclose. But I believe if we were talking about a private business, it would have had, of course, much faster repercussions. It is the responsibility of anybody working for an establishment to maintain some type of non-disclosure of certain facts. I believe, yes, people can be frustrated, but there are ways and means to handle that. And I believe internally is where that should be dealt with. Again, if the LMA allows for the public statements to be made, I cannot ascertain at this moment. However, just in terms of proper conduct, I would have expected that it would have been handled differently. That is my opinion on the matter as the Minister of General Affairs responsible for personnel and organization. I am having that question answered from that department. And as soon as we know more, we will sensitize the civil servants in terms of that. I know for sure, I have seen things that everyone for sure knows is inappropriate, is the leaking of confidential documents. Documents pass through the organization. Some of them are confidential. Some of them are not necessarily confidential, but they are internal documents. And it is inappropriate for such documents to end up in social media and the media. If someone wants to quote from such documents, I can understand. But to actually print such documents, as former Minister of Education back in 2016-17, I dealt with a case such as this, and I called the ministry or the departments to order in that regard. And of course, the usual warning letters and the like can be issued. With technology advancing, it would be, of course, easily to find out where the leaks have happened. So by this, I'm admonishing not just what you mentioned, Mr. Bishop, but also the leaking of government documents. We must be able to respect the role in which we play at each level and understand that when we speak about government, it is not just about the people that you see sitting here, but like the minister mentioned, the ministries and the civil servants are an extension of us. They are the ones actually executing the works and the ones that we rely on. So we need to build a good relationship with them, but they also need to understand their roles and responsibility. And I'll be ensuring that each and everyone knows that.
Make use of Web Mobile Banking with easy access and direct usage of face recognition, PIN code, or fingerprint. Download WIB mobile banking app and make your transaction from anywhere at any time. For more information, visit wib-bank.net/quick-login.
How are you doing this morning? Good. So, Rebecca, thank you for coming. I work as a psychologist at the Mental Health Foundation. I mainly see children and adolescents, but I also see adults. So whenever there's a crowd, that's when you're starting to feel
nervous.
Okay.
Nauseous.
Okay. It is kind of like your body. We are so used to taking care of our body. If we have a little ache in our foot, we know to rest it. We know, okay, I might have walked too much, so I need to rest. Now, of course, that can be just an ache in my foot, but I can also break my leg. Now, for breaking my leg, I would have to go to the doctor. So that kind of goes the same for mental health illnesses. So you can come in for something little as, I'm really stressed out lately. What would you need? A little bit of rest. But someone can also come in with way more difficulties. We're not here to judge right or wrong, good or bad. Is it helpful for you? Fine. Is it not helpful for you? Okay, then let's see what we can do about it. But not a wrong nor right, absolutely not. It's a magnifying glass without judgment.
Well, there's still a lot of stigma on the island, unfortunately. It's not a topic that people easily talk about, and that's a shame. They're afraid that they get judged, and there is still quite a bit of judgment. I mean, often we hear, don't go to that crazy house. Once you go in, you never go back. And it's just not true, We treat a lot of patients here, and a lot of them, we get back on their feet.
Our goal at the Mental Health Foundation is for us to help you improve your life, for you to live a better, happier, and fuller life.
How many persons have benefited since August 2018 according to the World Bank? The progress report of December last year said that the total enrolled was 1,766 participants, which is almost the target that they had in the plan of 1,800 beneficiaries. Some characteristics of the student population in the Income Support and Training Project were that 3 out of 4 students was unemployed, 73%. That 2 out of 3 students were women, 67%. That 1 out of the 4 students was youth, it's 24%. And that 2 out of 4 unemployed persons in the country, which is half of the unemployed, based on the 2018 Labor Force Survey, benefited from this project. And 1 out of 4 students, they said, it's 25%, has returned to their previous jobs. The progress report made mention that others have found jobs or that they have remained in the program to continue training, but no figures were mentioned for these categories of students. We have calculated how much students have graduated so far, and we came to a total of 1,206 students, which is 2 out of the 3 students in the course, 68%. According to the progress report, as per December 2019, 958 students, which is 72%, graduated from the 1,331 enrolled and that were verified by the Stichting Overheidsaccountantsbureau, the Government Accounting Bureau. The report mentioned that the next cohort of participants are expected to graduate in the first quarter of 2020. Well, in the Daily Herald of yesterday, we could read that on Friday last week, another 248 students received their certificates from the 6-month hospitality and culinary courses given by the St. Martin Training Foundation. This brings the total graduates, as we calculated, to 1,206 students. In addition to the hospitality and the culinary certificates, 107 students earned the coveted American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute Customer Service Gold certification, and 91 culinary students received the Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point Food Handler certificates. This latter certificate is a legal requirement for all persons that are working in the culinary industry in St. Martin. The question is, how many of these graduates found a job? Because one of the objectives of the Emergency Income and Training Program was to increase the employability. So we want to know how many graduates got employment. As mentioned before, 1 out of 4 students, which is 25%, has returned to their previous jobs, according to the World Bank Progress Report. So, which means that until now, only 442 persons of the 1,766 students got employment. Only when we know how many of these students got a job, we can say if the project was a success in terms of employability.
Hello St. Martin, my name is Stephanie Medina and I play football with the Walichi Women's Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games, for example the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I asked the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also asked the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag sports matter, hashtag are you in?
Forager is for anybody that needs assistance. Forager Center is our day treatment facility. We offer education, guidance, support, and empowerment to individuals and their families suffering from prolonged chronic mental illness. Amongst treatment, we provide our clients with cooking classes, arts and craft, computer classes, independent and life skills such as budgeting.
What has your experience been like here?
It has been very positive. It showed me how to deal with the stress itself, because that was my biggest problem. There is always help. There's the mental facility, you can look at them, but not to be shy or think about it that people might say anything, because we all might be through it one day or another, and we all need help. So you don't have to feel ashamed or feel bad.
So always seek help.
Yes, always seek help.
At Faraja, we try to help our clients back into the community by improving their skills and confidence so they could live an independent and fulfilling life.
Our executive organization consists of a supervisory board of directors, a managing board, and an executive body. Our employees, with their experience and skills, are an important asset to our work environment in relation to Mr. Bell, you're going too fast. In this graph, you can see the growth and reorganization of the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation, starting in 2015 and also before. That has a lot to do with, again, the monies that we acquire, which is to sustain an organization. The executive body of our organization and the managing board consists of in total 12 persons, including the 2 directors, which are working directors, which are responsible for the general management, finance, administration, housing services, technical services, and housing services. This our second point. Our main business activities are the Belvedere Housing Project, which has been in the news most of the time, in which we have 474 homes, which consist of duplexes, row houses, and apartment towers. And we also have senior homes in Belvedere. Then we have the emergency homes, or what we call the mobile homes. In principle, they were donated 22 years ago by the Queen. They were intended to be of temporary purpose, but became, took a permanent post on St. Martin. The rents are 387 guilders per month. And then we have the senior homes with 12 studios and 12 one-bedroom apartments with rents ranging from 276 guilders to 387 guilders. And then we have the Plants building, which consists of 4 one-bedroom apartments. This project was a pilot for returning students. The rent for these apartments is 770 guilders per month. In this pictorial, you can see the projects that we own. Our third point is our major issues and constraints. The first one is related to the market. The second one is related to our financial circumstances. The third one is related to our technical issues. And the fourth one, regretfully, is related to the government. Our market issues and constraints, only 30% of the households, also 30%, currently 30% of more of our homes, each household, is spending monies on rent, if sometimes even more, but conform the performance agreement that was signed between government and the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation. on June 23rd, 1997, it is established that tenants should only pay 30% of their income in rent, and the remaining 70% should be spent on other things they deem aspects of their life that they deem fit. This 30% is in essence high. As someone with a low income, minimum wage salary, still 30% is too high, which is forcing many of our applicants and tenants to seek 1, 2, or 3 jobs. When you analyze the workforce on St. Martin, only 57.5% requires 50.7% requires rents between the 400 and 600 builders. You will see that in a subsequent slide. On average, the free market sales prices by far exceed what the population can afford. Wages remain low, while the free market rent prices are ever increasing.